Hi 7th grade. In this video you will learn how to do a voiceover using iMovie. Before you get started, you'll need a couple of things. First off, you'll need your headset and you will need your script page. This is very important because this is what you're going to be reading. Before we get started, you need to make sure that your computer is paying attention to your headset. So in order to do that, we first need to open up your system preferences. So please go to the Apple in the upper left-hand corner, click on System Preferences. When that opens up, you are looking for Sound, which is the second line down at the very end. And there are two things that you need to make sure. The output, which is the sound going out, needs to go on USB. It may say Logitech USB or it may say unknown USB headset. Either one is fine. And then your input, that's the sound going into your computer through your microphone, needs to be on USB. As you can see, mine is already here because I'm already using my headset. Once you have that, just check your sound real fast on your keyboard. Make sure that it works and you're good to go. I can hear the sound in my headphones, so I'm good. I can close out of this. You should have your script page in hand, ready to go. I have mine here on the screen, but this is just an example of what you should have. And then go ahead and open up iMovie. Remember, iMovie will open to the last file that was open, so it should be on your lab safety lab safety video that we've done before. So in order to do a voiceover, you're going to click on the little microphone here. It says record a voiceover. And a couple of things that you need to pay attention to before you go ahead and just start recording. You need to say record from, and it needs to say USB. So it's either going to be Logitech USB or it's going to be unknown USB headset. Either one of those is fine. Do not record from built-in microphone. That's the computer at the top, or that's the microphone at the top of your computer. And when everybody is recording, you'll pick up a lot of extra sound and that will sound really bad. One last thing, on your wire to your headset, you'll have a little button here. It may look different on a different headset, but you'll have something that looks like this. You've got your sound up and down, and then there's a little button in the middle. It makes sense that red would mean record, but red actually means on, and that's your microphone. If you press this button, what I just said was now you can't hear anything, it's muted. So if when you record and you hear nothing, check your button, make sure that the red light is on. To record a voiceover, you are going to click at the beginning of the first picture. Do not start at the very beginning of the video. We need to start at the beginning of the picture because that is where your picture starts and that's where your video starts. The first 4 seconds here, this is going to be bumper music, which we're going to talk about tomorrow. Once you click, you're going to hear a 3, 2, 1, beep, 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 and then you'll begin recording. So this is what it should sound like. When working in a science lab, it is important to know the basic rules. The short informational film will help you know how to act in a lab setting. And then to stop the recording, press the space bar. So a couple things I'm noticing. My first picture here is only 4 seconds long, and it took me about 7 seconds to say my whole script. So I'm actually going to change the duration of that. So I need to get out of VoiceOver. I'm going to double click on my picture, and I can change this to 10 seconds. So everybody needs to change that first line to 10 seconds. That's better. So now I have one voiceover with one picture. That's exactly what we want. To hear this, I'm going to press the space bar to preview it. When working in a science lab, it is important to know the basic rules. The short informational film will help you know how to act in a lab setting. That's pretty good. I actually really like that. It sounds great. I'm nice and clear. I'm not talking too fast, and it's easy to read. Let me show you what not to do. Let me get back to the voiceover. For those of you who like to touch your mouth when you're talking, ladies, and gentlemen who like to play around with stuff while you're talking, this is going to severely impact the quality of your audio. So this time I'm going to record it touching my microphone, and let's hear the difference. Again, 3, 2, 1. When working in a science lab, it is important to know the basic rules. The short informational film will help you know how to act in a lab setting. And again, spacebar to stop. Now let's see what happens. When working in a science lab, it is important to know the basic rules. The short informational film will help you know how to act in a lab setting. Not very good. So keep your hands away from the microphone that's coming in front of your head. Make sure that you're wearing your headset correctly. It must go over both of your ears. Don't have it down around your neck with the microphone pointing up because it's not going to work very well. And you're going to speak nice and clear and slow, but not too slow. So, medium speed. To delete a voiceover that you don't like, just click on the purple line and hit delete and it goes away. So your job now, record this first slide using only the first line of the script. When you're done with that, just pause and wait. Okay, now that you've gotten good at that one, your next job is to record all of the rest of the lines of your script until you get to the last line. Couple of things. Do not try to record everything at once. The problem is if you mess up, you're going to have to re-record 2 minutes of speaking. And if you get to the very end and you mess up at the end, you have to redo everything. The other reason is if you need to switch some stuff around, then you're going to have to re-record everything. So you're going to have 12 separate voiceovers. So I'm going to record line 2 and then stop, make sure I can hear it well. Record script line number 3 and then stop. Record slip line number 4 and then stop. Record script line number 5 and stop, so on and so forth. That is your job today, is to get all the rest of your voiceover recordings done. Okay, cool. Off you go.